Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari Yasodhanandana Brajadana Ranjana Yasodhanandana Brajadana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gope Janavallabha Girivaradari Yasodhanandana Brajadana Ranjana Yasodhanandana Brajadana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhatto Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath Swami, Jai Jagannath. Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami, Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath Swami, Jai Jagannath. Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaur Haribo. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Śrīla Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Gaura Premanande. Hare Krishna, how is everybody? Very good. So I just went to Guwahati for Ratha Yatra and then come back. Nice weather here. I mean, it's raining, it's humid, but not so hot. Krishna's blessing. Guwahati was very nice. Yeah, it was a very nice Ratha Yatra, and also the day, it rained there every day, but the day of the Ratha Yatra it didn't rain at all. It just sprinkled 1 minute in one place, in another place. And the governor came, the queen of Guwahati came, many dignitaries came, and it was very, very big Ratha Yatra. It lasted from 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock. We went through many places. People were very enthusiastic, very nice. It was beautiful. Nice kirtan. And Amogalila Prabhu, who is a famous speaker, he came and he was giving lecture every day to the youth. It was nice. Nice festival. Here also was very nice festival, I believe. Nice. Jagannath Swami Ki Jai. So today we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Narancheva Narottamam Devim Sarasvatim Vyasa Tatujaya Mudiraye Nastrabhe Svabhadresu Nityam Bhagavate Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamasloke Bhaktir Vadai Naistiki Amagyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Chalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Nena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. So we are reading from second canto, chapter 8, text 1. Yes? That's what's written on this. Yes. Question by King Parīkṣit. Rājovāca brahmaṇā codito brahman guṇa-ākhyāne guṇasya yasmai yathā prāha nārada deva-darśanaḥ rājovāca brahmaṇā codito brahman guṇākhyāne guṇasya yasmai yathā prāha nārado deva-darśanaḥ rājovāca brahmaṇā codito brahman guṇākhyāne guṇasya yasmai yathā prāha nārado deva-darśanaḥ rājovāca nārado deva-darśanaḥ rājovāca brahmaṇā codito brahman guṇasya yasmai yathā prāha nārado deva-darśanaḥ rājovāca brahmaṇā codito brahman guṇasya yasmai nārado deva-darśanaḥ. Mataji's. Oh, sorry. Rājovāca brahmaṇā codito brahman guṇākhyāne guṇasya yasmai yathā prāha nārado deva-darśanaḥ rājovāca brahmā guṇasya yasmai nārado deva-darśanaḥ. Rājā, the king. Uvāca, inquired. Brahmaṇā, by Lord Brahmā. Coditaḥ, being instructed. Brahman, all learned brahmaṇā. Śukadeva Gosvāmī. Guṇākhyāne, in narrating the transcendental qualities. Aguṇasya, of the Lord, who is without material qualities. Cha, and yasmai yasmai, and whom, yathā, as much as, prāha, explain, nāradaḥ, Nārada Muni, deva-darśanaḥ, one whose audience is as good as that of any demigods. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. King Parīkṣit inquired from Śukadeva Gosvāmī, how did Nārada Muni, whose hearers are as fortunate as those instructed by Lord Brahmā, explain the transcendental quality of the Lord who is without material qualities? And before whom did he speak? Please repeat after me. King Parīkṣit inquired from Śukadeva Gosvāmī, how did Nārada Muni, whose hearers are as fortunate as those instructed by Lord Brahmā, explain the transcendental quality of the Lord who is without material qualities? And before whom did he speak? Purport. Devarshi Narada was directly instructed by Brahmaji, who was also directly instructed by the Supreme Lord. Therefore, the instructions imparted by Narada to his various disciples are as good as those of the Supreme Lord. That is the way of that is the way of understanding Vedic knowledge. It comes down from the Lord by disciplic succession, and this transcendental knowledge is distributed to the world by this descending process. There is no chance, however, to receive the Vedic knowledge from mental speculators. Therefore, whenever Narada Muni goes, he represents himself as an authorized by the Lord, and his appearance is as good as that of the Supreme Lord. Similarly, the disciplic succession, which strictly follow the transcendental instruction of the bona fide chain of disciple succession, and the test for such a bona fide spiritual master is that there should be no difference between the instruction of the Lord originally imparted to his devotee and that which is imparted by the authority in the line of disciplic succession. How Narada Muni distributed the transcendental knowledge of the Lord will be explained in the later cantos. It will appear also that the Lord exists prior to the material creation, and therefore his transcendental name, quality, etc., do not represent any material quality. Whenever, therefore, the Lord is described as aguṇa, or without any quality, it does not mean that he has no quality, but that he has no material quality, such as the mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance, as the conditioned soul have. He is transcendental to all material conception, and thus is described as aguṇa. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravane Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasattade Satarine Vancha Kalpakarubhyascha Kripasindubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Shri Gaura Bhatta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this is a very important sloga because in this sloga we can see the understanding Srila Prabhupada is giving about receiving transcendental knowledge. So many times Srila Prabhupada explained there is ascending knowledge and there is descending knowledge. So we who are connected with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Sampradaya, which goes all the way up to Brahmaji, we are following this process of disciplic succession, which is descending knowledge. Now, in the material world, people build up their understanding of anything done on a previous study of whether it's science or archaeology or anything. They say, okay, Cristoforo Colombo went to America, this is the route, this is how we go because he already reached there, whatever. Or the scientists, they discovered the atoms and they're trying to do so many things. And according to what they have already understood, the previous science in the previous 100 years, they are building on that and try to understand. But this is a wrong way of acquiring knowledge. Because unless we get the knowledge from the source, we'll get only a fraction of that knowledge, and that knowledge is imperfect. Why? Because our senses are imperfect, and our comprehension of this material world, which is gigantic, which is limited, but still very misleading or very complicated, we can say. Even today, they cannot understand what is the law of gravity. Yes, Newton came. When the apple falls down from the tree, he said, oh, there is a law. Why the apple don't fall up, they fall down. But when we speak about the law, that means there is a lawmaker. Yes, just like we travel around the world. Here in India, we drive on the left side. But then we go to Italy, they drive on the right side. And we say, oh no, I'm coming from India, drive on the left side, then you're going to crash and end up in the hospital. So we have to follow the rules and regulation. But there is a lawmaker. So who is the supreme lawmaker? Because who is making this, law of gravity? Who is making the sun exactly in an orbit that is not too close to the earth and not too far away? If the sun was 50 meters close to the earth, we'll be burnt into ashes. Already it's pretty hot with the sun we have. And if the sun would be 50 meters far away, then we'll be freezing cold. So, who is maintaining in the orbit all the planetary system? Who is making the waves of the ocean? And how many rivers goes into the ocean, but the ocean doesn't become big and small? Yet there are tides in a day. If you live in Calcutta, at one point the Ganges becomes 1 meter higher, 3-4 feet higher, and then it goes down again because it's close to Samudragar and the ocean. So who is regulating all these things? The scientists cannot figure it out. They say, oh, it's material world, it's created by a big bang, and then certainly, from simple molecules, the different complex life is created. Then from small bugs, we become human beings. How is it possible? And this is very fascinating. To those who believe this, what they teach us in the school. When we go to the school, they say all these things and we believe. But this is not true, We are not evolving from microbes to different species. The Lord Brahmā has created 8,400,000 different species of life. And why is creating all this form? Krishna is telling, because the living entity, they have desire. Somebody has a desire to test the blood. So Krishna say, okay, take a tiger's body, lion's body, yeah? So you can eat and taste the blood. Somebody wants to be, I don't want to go anywhere, I want to be stationed in one place. Then Brahma give a body of a tree. Somebody wants to fly in the sky, then they become so many species of birds. Somebody like to go in the caves and discover an underground. Then you become a worm. So like that, somebody like to swim in the ocean. We go to Australia, these people, they're surfing all the time, from morning to night. They're in love with the ocean. Even we see sometimes the shark attack them, eat one calf, one leg. This guy, they put a titanium leg and they still go surfing. I say, what's wrong with you, man? You say, oh, no, it's okay. But I love surfing. Okay, then don't worry. Next life you become either a shark or a dolphin or one of the million species of fish because you love the water so much. Don't worry, you don't have to be human to go inside the water. You become a fish, then you enjoy. So these 8,400,000 different species of life are given to us as an opportunity to enjoy. Now, desire, desire, desire. That is the focus point of our life. Whatever we desire, the Lord will give us. Okay, you want to become Brahma? You can become Brahma. You perform certain austerities and yajna, you chant some mantra, you become so pious, you can become Brahma. You want to become Indra. 33 crores, 33 millions demigod. So it's a lot of demigod to control. We want to be controllers. We can become one of them. So whatever desire we have, the Lord will fulfill the desire according to our qualification and our karma. But coming in contact with devotees and receiving this knowledge from the Supreme Authority, Sri Krishna and Brahma and all the Sampradayas who has contributed. We have so many acharyas, the 6 Gosvāmī, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda himself and the Panchatattva, they all come to give this knowledge to the fallen conditioned soul who is in this ocean of birth and death. It's called samsara. We take birth, we spend 100 years in this planet, then we take another one, then we take another one, we go to this planet, this place, that place. So once we become exhausted and we think, what am I doing here? Where am I going? Why I've been suffering so much in this material world? And who is the Supreme Controller? How can I come out of this suffering? At that point, the devotee will manifest in our life. Somebody will come with a book, somebody will come some prasada, you will see some Ratha Yatra, you will hear some kirtan, somebody will connect you to devotional life. And then the direction of our life change. The trajectory of our life change. Why? Because the devotee gives us knowledge, and by this knowledge, we can transform our life from kama to prema. This is the process of bhakti. Now, how we can do this transformation is by associating with devotee, by practicing sadhana bhakti, by receiving the mercy of the Lord, and by being very strict and attentive to follow this practice, then our life will be successful. And it doesn't matter where we come from, what color we are, what species we are also. It doesn't matter. Because we are not the body, we are spirit soul. So as soon as the soul is connected with the Lord, this is called yoga. Now there are so many yoga studios. We go around the world and they invite us, please come to our yoga studio. In New York, in Australia, in Europe, all the people do exercise. Yoga, hatha yoga, hot yoga, this yoga, that yoga, they have even dog yoga, cat yoga, I don't know, you bring your dog, you will teach him how to do yoga. So he'll become happy. But nowadays people go for yoga and they think, okay, this is a good exercise for my body, I can do some improvement for my mind, I can regulate my body, I can regulate my breath, I can live a better life. But if your consciousness is not changed, that means you still have the desire to enjoy. We still have the desire to lord over material nature, to control. Unless we give up this false identification, I and mine, I am this body, then we cannot become free. We may be chant Hare Krishna also, but if we don't give the false ego, the false identification, the false illusory mentality that I'll get 1 crore rupees, I'll be happy. I will become famous in internet, I'll become happy. I will become beautiful, strong, and body, I'll become happy. All these are illusion. Because the body is machine. Jantra Rudrani Mayaya, Krishna explained. This body is nothing but machine. And whether we have ambassador car, or Maruti car, or Ferrari car, it's just a car to move from point A to point B. You go very fast, and you go very slow, or you go by walk, it's the same thing. So the idea is that this knowledge is imparted from descending process, is coming directly from Sri Krishna. So we cannot make mistake. Now, Srila Prabhupada pointed that when we preach or we explain this philosophy, it has to be in the same line as the Lord and Brahma and all the Acharya and the Bhagavatam explain. The whole theme of the Srimad Bhagavatam is one. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. The whole Bhagavatam, there are 10 cantos, is all to instructed that Krishna is the supreme personality of God. From him, all the other forms emanate. From him, the material world, the spiritual world, all the Vishnu, all the Narayan, all the avatar which are unlimited come from him. So if we are able to digest that, because in India, people say, oh yeah, Vishnu is God, Narayan is God, Balaji is God. Yes, they're all God, it's no problem. But God is one. And he manifests according to different time and different place and different desire of the devotees. So if we understand that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and we accept it in our heart, and we pray to Krishna, please Krishna, give me your blessing that I will be always in association with the devotee, and in the end of my life, and this lifetime, I will dedicate it to you 100%, and I will want to have a desire to come back to you. Because only with Krishna we can become happy. In the material world, of course, we are happy with the devotees. There is a big feast always. Nice prasadam, nice kirtan. Sometimes devotees say, Prabhu, I don't know why, I'm enjoying so much. Is this Maya? No, no, no. You are enjoying what? The kirtan, you are enjoying prasadam, you are enjoying association devotee, you are enjoying the darshan of the Lord, the activity of performing devotional service. This is not Maya. Susukam kartum avyayam, Krishna explained in Bhagavad Gita, this devotional service is very joyfully performed. So in the association of devotees, we become very happy. But Harivol. And then of course some devotees say, oh yeah, but this is wrong, that is wrong, this organization is wrong, that guy fall down, the Maharaj ran away with money, and this. I said, look, we have a stratus of society. Many people become devotee. We are everybody inside. So it takes intelligence to see the good quality in people. It takes no intelligence to see the faults in other people. I don't mean to say we should not be balanced and we should not understand what is the truth and what is Maya. I'm not saying that. But I say we try to avoid to criticize devotees because everybody is in a different position in our society. Somebody is in the very beginning, somebody is very exalted, somebody is in between. So they're all devotees. Some Prabhupada say, don't be amazed how many people will leave this organization. How many people will fall down? Because Maya is very powerful. And Prabhupada say, the devotee, they are not afraid of Maya. He said, be amazed how many people remain together with the devotee and they become strong in devotional service. So he said, we are declaring war against Maya. And Maya, she has kept us millions of lifetimes in this material world. Maya is Durga. Durga means very difficult to overcome. She has the key of the prison house. We cannot go out of the prison house unless she sees we are 100% surrender to Krishna. Krishna said, give up everything, just surrender to me. Do not worry, I'll take care of you. But sometimes we are afraid. What happens if I don't have any more money? What happens if this? What happens if that? But we should not worry. Krishna is taking care of each individual devotee just like he took care of Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj was 100% surrendered to the Lord. The throwing from the mountain is not trying to catch the branch of the tree. Oh, why you're throwing me, you rascal? No. He said, okay, Hare Krishna. They threw him. Krishna came and picked him up. They gave him poison. He said, oh, this is Mahaprasada. Krishna, eat. No problem. They put him inside the elephant. He sit down. The elephant, they're crazy, stamping everything, breaking everything, but he was okay. They put him inside the room full of snakes. And the snake didn't bite him. So the protection of the Lord is real. Now, I'm not telling you cross the road with a blindfold, Krishna, and the bus will come, boom, and you're dead. Don't be stupid. Like there is a story, you know, one person is praying to the Lord. He said, please, Lord, protect me always. Always protect me. And then the Lord came in his dream. He said, okay, I will protect you always. No problem. Don't worry. But then the flood came. And everybody is suffering. The water is growing more. So the boat came to rescue everybody in his house. Everybody's wife, children. They took everything. And they want to take him also. He said, come on the boat. We'll go. No. We'll rescue you. He said, no. The Lord is protecting me. He went on the roof. And then the helicopter came with a rope, and the guy came down and said, come on, I'll catch you, let's go. This river is becoming too big, you cannot survive. No, don't worry, the Lord is protecting me. So then after a few days, the water came so much, and this guy got swept away and he died. And then when he went to God, he said, what did you do? And he said, you stupid or what? I sent the boat, I sent the helicopter, I sent so many people to save you. And you said, the Lord will save me, the Lord will save me. What? I should come personally and catch you? What? So, but the Lord can protect us in all the situations. This is a fact. Even, for example, the animal, we see in the story of Gajendra. He was an elephant. He was fighting with a crocodile for many years. And the crocodile was biting his leg. And because the crocodile is in the water, which is his environment, he was becoming victorious. So when Gajendra the elephant thought, I'm going to die, he took with his trunk one lotus flower, he offered to the Lord and said, my Lord, I am yours. At that time, the Lord from Vaikuntha, he told Garuda, let's go. He said, oh wait, I had to prepare, I had to bring the asana for you to sit. No, I don't care, let's go. And they start flying down from Vaikuntha. And when the Lord understood that Garuda was going too slow, he jumped and he went himself faster than Garuda to save Gajendra. He is an animal. So why the Lord will not save? We should have faith. This is called Shraddha. Do we have really faith in the Lord? Yes, we should have. So the faith grows to the point that we are 100% surrendered to the Lord. Whatever you want me to do, my Lord, I will do. So we follow the authority, and we follow this parampara. The other point Srila Prabhupada makes is that the Lord has no material quality. So aguṇa. Aguṇa means when you put the A in front of any Sanskrit words, become the opposite. No. Jnana, agyana, knowledge and ignorance. So whatever you... So guna means qualities, but aguna means no quality. So the Mayavadi going to say the Lord has no form, the Lord has no eyes, the Lord has no leg, the Lord has no arm. Basically, you're telling the Lord is not there, but the Lord has spiritual form. But they don't understand that. So the Lord is full of wonderful quality, is very dear to the devotees, is very extremely attractive, and by performance of bhakti, which is very simple. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in this place. We are so fortunate. We are living in a place where Lord Chaitanya appears. And he says simply by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. We can become perfect. But this is not a mechanical process. Yeah, sometimes we meet people, oh, I'm chanting for the last 30 years, but I'm tired, I'm not chanting anymore. I said, how is it possible that you lost the taste for chanting? Because I personally always remember the first day I meet the devotee, they give me a japamala and say, chant. And I chant 8 rounds and I felt great pleasure in my heart, which was overtaking all the material pleasure I ever tried. So, how can we lose the taste for chanting Hare Krishna? Only by committing offenses against the Vaishnavas, the holy dhamma, the service. So we should be very, very careful not to commit offense against devotees. Because the devotees are very dear to the Lord. If we offend them, maybe they don't take any offense. Themselves, the devotees are very humble and meek. They don't take any offense. But the Lord will become upset with us. And then we lose the taste for chanting. And then we chant mechanically, after some time, oh, I stop chanting. So association of devotee means inspiration. We see so many people who are coming from different parts of the world. They're dedicating their life in this process of chanting Hare Krishna, in this process of preaching this Krishna consciousness. Their influence will spread throughout the world. We can revolutionize this material world into a spiritual world, Prabhupada said. We can make everybody happy. This planet can become Vaikuntha, although it's very difficult, but we can see around the world there is a spiritual awakening. After this COVID, so many rich people die. They had so much money in the bank, but they took them to the hospital and they die. So, no amount of money or beauty or fame or strength can save us. The only person who can save us is Krishna. In Bengali there is a famous slogan, you know, Rakhe Krishna Mare Ke, Mare Krishna Rakhe Ke. If Krishna wants to protect us, no one can defeat us. And if Krishna wants to kill us, no one can protect us. So we take shelter of Krishna, we surrender, we purify our consciousness. Means we remove all unwanted material desires. These material desires come in contact of the senses. Krishna explained this all in the Bhagavad Gita. The sense and the sense object. When we see anything, we think, this is belong to Krishna. Therefore, Krishna is enjoyer. Let me offer this thing to Krishna. But the moment we start to think, this is for my enjoyment, then we fall down. So this is the reality. We have to train our conscience, we have to train our mind, we have to train our eyes, our senses to see everything in relation to Krishna. So people come and say, oh, I'll give you $1 million. Okay, now, will this $1 million put me in illusion? I'll buy a nice helicopter, you know, we'll go to Calcutta, we'll take the devotee, some plan, you know, come into your mind. But then maybe it's Maya, and we lose our Krishna consciousness. Maybe we should take the money and give to the temple here. Okay, finish building the TOVP. Whatever, I don't know. But some people, they fall down like this. Like when we start to build the temple, we needed some gold for making this, what it called, on top there is a Sudarshan Chakra, we had to make gold plated. So one devotee from Africa said, I will go and research, I will collect the gold, no problem. Then he came back, he made some scheme. Oh yeah, I found the land, the government is giving me, it's full of gold, and we buy this land and we'll extract all the gold, we'll take it to the team, but we have to pay some money. So he took money from different devotees, he bought the machine, everything. Then when we went to excavate, there was no gold. Everybody lost money. The devotee said, I cannot come back to Mayapur. If I come to Mayapur, they'll kill me. So, you are one of lost money, huh? Yeah, he's one. Am I correct, what I'm saying? So, sometimes the devotee, they can go out and think, oh, let me do this service very enthusiastically, you know. But before we do that, I think we should ask other senior devotees. We go to our guru, we go to some senior devotee, what do you think I'm going to do this? Is it good or bad? Is it going to bring what the final result? Is my motivation pure? So all these things are there. The best thing is always to remain in association with devotees, always to consult with them, and Prabhupada said we should all have one friend where we can go and open our mind. Because sometimes our mind can be very tricky, can make us think something else. So we go to that devotee and say, Prabhuji, I want to reveal my mind to you. I want to tell you what I'm really thinking. And then you judge me and tell me, this is Maya or this is Krishna consciousness. So devotees are willing to help us always and guide us. So this is very important. So Krishna consciousness is consciousness. We have to upgrade our consciousness by free our material desire from our mind. Because these senses and the mind, they've been controlling us for millions of years, millions of lifetimes. So unless we become purified through this process of chanting Hare Krishna, by associating to the devotee, by checking second by second by second in our life, we have a choice. We can always choose Maya or choose Krishna. Who is the best person who didn't fall in Maya? Huh? Yeah, Srila Prabhupada, of course. Haridas Thakur, yes. Haridas Thakur was tested twice. One by Maya Devi herself and another time by a prostitute. A beautiful prostitute came and said, I want to enjoy with you. You are such a nice... He was young. He was not old when he was in Shantipur. He said, yeah, sure, this is a wonderful idea. I will surely enjoy with you. But just please, wait some time. I had to finish my round, and after I finish my round, I am yours. So, he kept on chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. But Haridas Thakur used to chant how many rounds? How many? 3 lakhs. So, it came the night, the prostitute saying, well, it's a little late. It's 11 o'clock. I'm feeling tired. I think I'll go and come back tomorrow. Okay, yeah. My dear, please come back tomorrow. So she went to sleep, she come back, and the next day, said, yeah, please sit down. I'll surely enjoy with you, but just let me complete few rounds. And then he went chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. And this again, it became 11 o'clock. He said, Thakur, I'm tired now. He said, no problem, you come tomorrow. I'm here, I'm not going anywhere. I'm yours. And then she can come back next day. But she was listening every day. Haridas Thakur was chanting loudly, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. And Haridas Thakur had a tulsi plant outside of his place, kutir or cave. And she used to pay obeisance to tulsi. So the third day, the prostitute said, I want to reveal my mind to you. Actually, these people sent me to make you fall down. I can understand you're a great sage, you're a great saintly person. I don't want to bother you. Please, do something for me. I am a prostitute, I'm a fallen person. What shall I do? And Haridas Thakur said, please go home, distribute all your sari, all your gold, all your things, and I will give you japamala. You chant Hare Krishna, you sit in front of Tulsi Devi, and you will be so happy. And she did that. And she became happy. And she became initiated by Haridas Thakur. They didn't do jagya or mantra, nothing. Give japamala, chant this mantra. Bas, chalo. So Haridas Thakur was like this. So, nothing wrong with Mataji, yeah? Because she was a prostitute, okay. But whether it's male or female, some attractive person can come and say, I want to be with you. Yeah, okay, no problem. Let me finish my round. Or I want to buy the Ferrari. I want to go and do this and that. Yeah, okay. You tell your mind, okay, let's chant Hare Krishna first. Let's read the Bhagavatam. Let's go to the temple. After we'll do. So if we have this approach, because Maya will come in so many different form and shape and desire. So that's the way we can come to control our mind. We say, yeah, you're right. We should buy a new Ferrari, red color. Yeah, wonderful idea. But let me finish my round. Oh yeah, we should go to America, become billionaire like Bill Gates. Yeah, fantastic. No problem. Sure you can do. But let me chant my round. oh, there is this beautiful girl, I should get married with her, a lot of children, a big Krishna conscious. Yeah, good idea, maybe. I don't know, let me finish my round. Or there is a handsome man who wants to come and marry me because I'm so beautiful. Yes, maybe, I don't know, let me finish my round. So this is our approach. And then we can see the next day our mind change. We'll say some other things. Okay, instead of Ferrari, let's buy the helicopter, or let's buy the airplane, or let's buy the Maserati, this yellow color. Okay, whatever, you know. It come always different desire. So we say always, okay, great, we will do it. Yes, yellow color, I love yellow. Lord Chaitanya was yellow. Great, we'll buy the Maserati. No problem, let me finish my round. So that way, no problem. We can slowly, 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 but we have to develop taste. Because why we are in the material world? Because we have desire to taste material things. But immediately when we start to develop spiritual taste, this chanting will give us great pleasure. This prasadam will give us great pleasure. Don't eat too much, Prabhupada say. Yes, pizza is very good, but how many can you eat? Then you don't wake up in the morning for Mongol Arati. I'm just saying, you know, that we have to develop spiritual taste. This ruchi. This ruchi is there in performing devotional service. More we perform devotional service with sincerity and with devotion, with honesty. Honest means I understand where I am. I am not Haridas Thakur, therefore Krishna, please don't test me like this because I'll fall down. But whatever test we go through, Krishna will help us. So the idea is that we develop so much test for chanting of the holy name, for practicing devotional service, for kirtan. Kirtan is very joyous. You chant and you dance, you see all these devotees, you say, wow. They are not professional dancers, they're not professional singers, but from all walk of life, these people, they're crazy about chanting and dancing in front of Jagannath, the Ratha Yatra, the Namata. Everywhere in the world, people are chanting. So we just develop taste for chanting and performing devotional service, and then we become joyous, and then this life will go very fast. And then one day we go to sleep, and in the morning we wake up and we are with Krishna. We don't die. You know, my friend say, his mother used to say, be careful, one day you'll wake up dead. I say, no, you wake up in the spiritual world, you don't wake up dead. The body's gone, but you are there in the spiritual world. Because even if we don't remember Krishna, Krishna will remember us because we sincerely try to perform some devotional service. So I'd like to thank you very much. I will stop here. We have 5 minutes for question and answer. If you have anything, Maharaj, please enlighten us. Tell me if I say anything wrong, anything to be corrected, anything to be improved. I am eager to hear from you because you are a sannyasi and surrendered soul, more surrendered than us and than me at least. So please tell us.
Hare Krishna. Is it working? Yeah. Thank you for your class. You made very important points. Interesting is that Nārada Muni, he has given this knowledge to many disciples.
Yes.
But we see also in the Bhagavatam, in the first canto, Vidura and also Akrura later is speaking to Dhritarashtra. And Dhritarashtra is hearing this transcendental knowledge, and he says, yes, to Akrura, it's like the nectar of the gods. I've never heard such good advice, but it cannot stay my heart because of attachment to my sons.
Yes.
It's going to my heart like a lightning, that it cannot stay there. So, receiving this knowledge from the right source is very important, but there is more. And there is the association with the right devotees. That's one side, but also very important is you must desire to change.
Must be pious.
We must desire.
Must have desire, yes. Desire, desire, desire.
Heart.
Correct.
And that's like the 8th offense against the holy name, the 9th offense. One should not remain attached, even after understanding so many instructions on that matter. So there's always two sides. Our endeavor, that's one side, and the mercy.
Absolutely.
But our endeavor should certainly also be there. And that is in the case of Haridas Thakur. He said to the prostitute, just wait, I will enjoy with you. But that was not his desire.
Of course not.
That's,
his desire was to save the prostitute.
Yeah. That's just my little comment.
Thank you so much. Yeah, again, Maharaj reinforcing the point of desire, desire, desire. He gave example that Dhritarashtra also heard this knowledge, but he has strong attachment for his son, therefore this knowledge didn't work for him. So if we are able to change the direction of our desire by associating with devotees, by receiving the mercy of the devotee, then this process will work very fast. Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Maharaj. Appreciate the comment.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Speak a little louder so you can hear.
Thank you very much for your class. I would like to read a small paragraph from Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
Please.
The sound uttered by the sadhu and the Mahaprasada.
Speak loudly. We cannot hear.
The sound uttered by the sadhu and the Mahaprasada are not things of this world.
Yes.
They are not identical with ordinary sound or ordinary food, which are only means for gratification of our sensuous appetites. The word of God and Mahaprasada cannot be enjoyed, or in other words, cannot be used for the gratification of the senses, because they are spiritual. Those who enjoy the kirtana or any spiritual discourse or eat the Mahaprasada for appeasing hunger or for gratification of the palate are guilty of sacrilegious acts which serve only to prolong the state of sin and ignorance. This is the greatest possible calamity that can befall the human soul. The kirtana of Hari is the constant and natural function of all the faculties of the jiva, soul, in the state of its freedom from all affinities with this changeable world. Because the absolute truth is identical with Hari, Hari has to be served exclusively, constantly, and by all the faculties of the soul. The only function of the voice is to chant the kirtana of Hari, which is identical with and inseparable from the simultaneous service of Hari by all the other senses. One who does not employ his voice constantly and exclusively in chanting the kirtana of Hari has no access to the service of Hari by any other faculty.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's true. Yeah, we engage our senses. Yes, Mataji has some question. Yeah, we have to also try. We enjoy prasada, we enjoy the kirtan, but it's for the pleasure of the Lord. Correct? Yes.
Thank you, Prabhu, for today's class. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, in the course of your class, you said something very significant. You said after 30 years of chanting, suddenly, one fine day I say, I've lost the taste, I don't chant anymore, and it's because I've made so many offenses. So if that happens, am I a gone case? Is there no hope for me? Or what is the way to come out of that?
Srila Prabhupada explained that if we commit offense against the Vaishnava, we should go to that Vaishnava, touch their feet, pay obeisance, and say, please forgive me. Knowingly or unknowingly, I have performed some offenses against you, I have criticized you, I have done this, please forgive me. And then if the person forgives us, then we can start again. We can start again to have taste. If the person doesn't forgive us, then we can only pray to the Lord and we can only feel painful, and we can only continue constant chanting of the holy name to purify our consciousness. As I say, in the class, sometimes devotees, they don't take any offense, but the Lord would notice this offense. There is a very famous example, I don't know if it was Rupa or Sanatana Gosvāmī. One day they were chanting, and certainly in his imagination he saw some pastime of the Lord, and he started laughing. He was laughing himself, but in front of him there was one devotee who had some problem with his back, and he was walking a funny way, and when he saw that he was laughing, he's thinking, he's laughing because of me, because I am disabled, I'm walking a crooked way, and he's laughing at me. This is not very nice for a sadhu to do. There was no exchange. He didn't go and say, hey, why you're laughing? He went away. He was offended. So the next day, I don't know if it was Rupa or Sanatana Gosvāmī, one of the two brothers. Who was? Rupa, sir? It was Rupa. So Rupa went to his brother and said, I don't know, I lost the taste of chanting. I cannot meditate, I cannot see the Lord, I cannot perceive Him anymore. He said, surely you have committed some offense against some Vaishnava. He said, no, I didn't commit any offense against anyone. And he said, okay, the way to find out this, you call all the Brajavasi, make a big feast, and that devotee who will not come is the devotee you offended. So he made a big feast, everybody came. This devotee was a crooked way of walking because he had some problem. He didn't come. He said, he's the one you offended. So he went to him, he prostrated himself, he touched his feet. He said, hey, what are you doing? He said, I'm sorry, I've offended you. And he said, yes, you were laughing at me because I'm walking crooked way. That's why you are laughing at me. He said, I'm sorry, please forgive me. I did not mean this. I was laughing because I was, in some other dimension. I was looking something else in my dream. I did not mean to offend you. Please forgive me. And the devotee forgave him. Say, okay, then it's okay. So it can happen also unknowingly. So one should be very careful, For example, we have the story of Jada Bharati who's walking and he's careful not to step on the ants. And then the king Prachinabhari became upset. Say, hey, you fool, you can't carry the palanquin, what's going on? And then, of course, he preached to him, he became devotee. So, the idea is that our intention should not be offensive. We can correct devotee by going personally to them and say, please, Prabhu, I see you doing this, I don't understand. Because what appears to be sometimes is different. So we shouldn't take for granted that what we see, or what we hear, or what we perceive is the absolute truth. Not necessary. We can always go to the person and say, Prabhuji, I'm seeing you're doing this. I don't understand. This looks strange. This could be people misunderstanding you, and people can make offense against you. So please explain to me this. So that's the way our relationship with the devotee. Is this okay?
Thank you.
Okay, Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bo.